What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We're back on the Desolation map. And we have had a lot of new developments recently. I've been super busy these last few days, and I haven't got a lot of building done. But the new developments are that Big B Stats has toured Coveton. That's right, he's toured our world. We are on Creative Cribs. So if you haven't seen Big B's Creative Cribs yet, go check that out. I'm going to put the link in the card, so be sure to click on that and check out his tour of our world just in time for Halloween. This guy's got good timing, I must say that. So thank you to Big B Stats for coming in and exploring Desolation. You know, it's going to be a multi-part episode, so the last video is just the first part. As a result of Big B Stats, we've had a lot of new subscribers. Welcome, guys, welcome. If you're not sure what's going on here, I highly encourage you guys to check out the playlist, because that's the best way to get in touch with the Desolation project and where we're at now, where we've been, and where we're going. We're going to a lot of places, guys. We are going into uncharted territory, so thank you for joining this ride, and I hope that you guys will have fun, because we're going to have fun. I know you will too. Alright, today I'm going to be working on this strand a little bit. As you can tell, you know, in that one video I showed you guys all the interiors that we have so far. I worked on the cobbler a little bit. So in today's video, I'm going to be working on a cigar store. This one was actually kind of difficult for me. The only reason I wanted to build a cigar store is because I wanted to build a cigar store Indian. And you guys know what that is, right? A cigar store Indian. And I built two, and you'll see those come up. I don't know. They didn't come out so well. They didn't come out so well at all. A lot of you left some suggestions for stores to put in this Strand arcade. And I appreciate that. We're actually going to implement some of those suggestions. One of you in particular had a really great suggestion, which I will put in. That Chinese store. It's going to be like all sorts of, you know, apothecary type stuff and weird medicines. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Weirdos. Anyway, today's Monday, guys. And you know what Monday means? Yes, you know, unless you're new. Mondays is Creative Question of a Week time. This is the parts of this episode where I answer your creative questions of the week. These aren't just regular everyday questions. These are creative questions of the week, guys. And recently, we've been going in deep. You guys have been bringing the creative questions. I really appreciate you taking the time to ask them. I know it's not easy to think of a creative question, but you guys have come bring it. You've brought it. you're come bringing it. I don't know what that means. Anyway, you've brought it, so let's get right into it. This question comes from Critio SAO, and he asks, do you think that violent criminals, should they get killed? Alright, thank you, Critio SAO. We'll look past the grammatical errors, because, I don't know, whatever. Either he's really young or English is not his first language. It doesn't matter. The question remains, what do I think we should do with violent criminals? Oh man, you guys are going deep. You know, I answered one deep question, and that, you know, brought in a lot of other deeper questions. Man, this is about Minecraft, guys. We're never talking about life or death. But I'm going to answer it because we're going to get all this out of the way, okay? We're going to get it all out of the way, get it out of our systems, okay? And then we can get into some lighter topics. Hopefully, you know, I still like to answer the deep questions. If you want to ask me deep questions, go for it. That's the freedom that I give you guys. Alright, do I think, what should we do with violent criminals? Now, before I answer this question, I want you all to remember that this Creative Question of the Week series is my opinion. And by giving my opinion, a lot of you think that I'm telling you to have that opinion. Absolutely not. These are my opinions. These are like my life experiences have caused me to think a certain way. You didn't have the same life experiences that I had. You're coming from a different place. So if you disagree with anything I've said, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. You don't need to dislike the video. What you need to do is formulate an argument as to why I'm wrong and put it in the comment section. And let's open up a discourse. Let's have a conversation, a discussion, not an argument. There's a big difference between arguments and discussions. Okay? And so let's have a discussion. Let's talk about it. Okay? So don't just get mad at me if you don't agree. I have at the very least, guys, if I'm going to put my opinion out there, I have thought about it a lot. And I've thought about it from both angles or multiple angles. That's what I've been trying to get you guys to do by unlocking your right brain. You're going to be able to better empathize with people. That means putting yourself in other people's shoes, which is extremely important. It gives you another viewpoint. An alternate viewpoint will expand your mind because you are stuck in a little box. The little box that is your life experience is so small. We each have such limited experience compared to the rest of the planet. So you can't go around saying you're right and other people are wrong. Okay, everyone's coming from a different place. Having said that, let's launch into my opinion, okay, guys? Violent criminals, to me that means murderers. Let's just get it out there. He means murderers, okay? Maybe, I don't want to spend too much time detailing. Let's just say the violent criminals. What should we do with them? A lot of people are pro-death penalty, which is capital punishment. When people say capital punishment, that just means death penalty. If you do something so bad that the state puts you to death. Now, in the United States, it varies by state. Some states agree with it, some states don't. And it just depends what state you commit that crime. Depending on the state will dictate your sentencing. Now, what do I think about it? Here's what I think, guys. Our government says that murder is illegal. Okay? They said murder is illegal. If you murder someone, you will be apprehended, charged, convicted, and punished. Right? Murder is bad. According to the government. They say murder is bad. So let's say we catch one of these murderers, and he's guilty. He did it. If your state has the death penalty, and he gets charged with death penalty, if that's his sentence, isn't that the government murdering somebody? Didn't they just tell us that murder was illegal? In fact, if you commit murder, you're punished. But it's okay for the government to murder people? Who are these people in government? Who are these judges saying that it's okay for me to murder somebody, but not you? You murdered... This is a judge. This is what a judge says. Oh, you murdered somebody, huh? I'm going to murder you now. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that's wrong. That is wrong in every sense of the word. That is wrong. Who is government to say who lives and who dies? Are they God? Is the government God, in your opinion? Can they dictate who gets to live and who gets to die? That doesn't make any sense in my mind. In fact, it makes so little sense that the people who are pro-death penalty, I actually get angry at them. I just told you guys that you should really respect other people's opinions, but even knowing this, even I get angry at pro-death penalty people. An eye for an eye makes the entire world blind. Here's what we need to do with murderers, guys. People who have broken the law so badly that people think there's no hope for them, okay? This is what we need to do with them. We need to lock them up, and we need to throw away the key. Okay? Now, I know what you're going to say, guys. A lot of you are going to say, oh, but Bean, jails are like hotels. He's going to live his life like he's going to be happy in his little jail cell. And they're going to take him to the library, and he's going to get to work out. You know what, guys? You might be right. Maybe that's the way things work. But something needs to change. Here's what I think. Let's say someone commits the most heinous crime that they could possibly commit. And they've been sentenced, or they've been convicted, and it's time for sentencing. Imagine this is you, actually. Imagine this is you, okay? You made a huge mistake, okay? There's no bigger mistake, okay? You've made a huge one. And now it's time for you to go upstate, okay? Which would you rather have? Would you rather live the rest of your life in a dank, dark box? Let's say it's like 5 by 5. All you have is a cot and a toilet, and you don't get to come out until you're dead. Would you rather have that, or would you rather be put to death? This is for the people who think that the death penalty or this is for people who think that not doing the death penalty is not a strict enough sentence. Would you rather be placed in a box never to be let out without human contact for the rest of your life? What I'm trying to say here, guys, is that there are things worse than death. Okay? There are a lot of things worse than death. I'm not saying we should torture the guys, but we can make their prison stay not a pleasant one. And that's going to deter murderers. These people who are willing to murder, they don't care about life or death, guys. They don't care if they die or not. They're crazy. They've lost their minds. They don't care. The death penalty doesn't faze them. They actually probably want to die at that point. Most of them probably want to die. So why give them the satisfaction? Let's lock them up. That's worse than death. It's worse than death. I'm saying like death row times 10. That's what I'm saying. Let's really make the penalty really bad. Short of torture, we shouldn't be torturing people, but I know maybe it's a form of psychological torture, putting them in a box, but it's better than killing them. You can't say that murder is wrong and then murder somebody, guys. Is anyone going to argue against that? I don't think so. And then there's the cost. If you guys want to talk about money, it costs more in our present system to keep someone, or to kill someone, than it does to keep them alive for their whole life. And that's because of the appeal process, excuse me. Basically, once you're on death row, you can, appeal your conviction, your trial, and you can try to go to another trial, and it's just a huge, long process that ties up a lot of money for the states, because they got to fight these appeals, and, the lawyer costs. To feed someone in jail, it costs like $10 a day. You give them a little sandwich, that's about it, okay? They don't get much. So to keep someone alive financially is a lot cheaper than killing them at this point. It seems counterintuitive, guys, but it's the truth. Look it up. So basically I've refuted every single case for the death penalty. Did I miss one? Did I miss a single one? What other reason can you have for killing somebody? This is not religious, guys. This has nothing to do with religion, okay? Even though in most of your religions it says thou shalt not kill, or some variation thereof. Yet it's okay for the government to do it. It's okay for the government to kill people, but not you. Why do you trust your government, guys? What have they done for you? They're killing people. They are killing people. Thou shalt not kill? What about what's going on in Syria? President Obama has the Nobel Peace Prize, and he has murdered more children in Syria than all other Peace Prize recipients combined. What kind of Nobel Peace Prize winner kills children in drone strikes? Maybe he didn't pull the trigger himself, but he authorized things. And it's not all placed on Obama. I mean, the whole administration, the people running the government that you don't even know about, the people behind the strings, they're murdering people left and right. Yet if you make a mistake, you are going to be put to death? Come on. Use your brains, guys. Goodness gracious. It's outrageous right now. Like I said, this is my opinion, right? This is what I think, and maybe I'm wrong. But logically speaking, using my left brain, my reptilian brain, logically, it doesn't make sense. The point of being on this earth is to spread love, not to kill people. And if someone does break that rule, we need to give them love, not more murder. Murder creates more murder, creates more murder. If a murderer has murdered, we need to shower him with love because he didn't have any. Do you understand what I'm saying here, guys? Alright, that's going to be the video. All these deep questions are really taking this toll on my psyche. Okay? There's a lot of problems in this world. We got to clean it up, guys. We got to. You and me. And it starts with abolishing the death penalty. The government is not in charge of who lives or dies, okay? Anyway, that's it for me. Creative question of the week. To you new subscribers, they're not all like this, okay? They're not all this crazy, all the videos. So go check out those playlists. Go see the lighter side of the channel. We got PvP. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you agreed. Dislike if you're, some curmudgeon. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.